Hey, hey, good stuff, family. I'm glad you could check in here with us today because we just did this impromptu. I would say in the last hour, hour and a half, we decided to do this because there's an event coming up on Sunday, not this Sunday, but the next Sunday, May 22nd at Music Box Supper Club, which is a fantastic venue for starters. I say it's one of the jewels in the crown of Cleveland. But more importantly, what's going to be there on May 22nd is classic The Good Stuff. And it's my friend June Sladek. I mentioned in the intro to this, I literally have not met her in person. 3 minutes ago, when I brought her in backstage, is the first time I saw her face. But I knew her heart and her soul because she came just highly recommended from another friend of mine who's good stuff. And he's like, you got to find out what, tell the world what she's doing. Because what she is an example of is coming out of something you wouldn't have scripted, a breast cancer diagnosis, and then uplifting, encouraging, and inspiring, and finding purpose through the very thing that you wouldn't wish on anyone. And that's what we're all about. So I said, let's just do it. Let's do it today because there are tickets left and we want to sell this out, you guys. I'm asking you, okay, when you finish this interview, it's going to take about 15 minutes. And when you're finished watching here, if you would just take a minute to push share and share it on all of your social media platforms if you could. Let's really get the word out. Okay. And it's a fantastic band as well. It's great entertainment. So let me go ahead and bring in June Sladek. Hi, June.
Hi, Dawn.
Hey, I should say we're coming to you from on the road in St. Louis, by the way, too. So I just threw up this little me and the ficus.
Yes.
Always ficus a funny word. Hello, Mr. Ficus. All right. So anyway, June, this whole project that you started, the Side Effects Project, because of battling cancer and the side effects, right? So will you walk me through your own journey in beating it and how you had this light bulb moment to turn it for good?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Dawn, first and foremost, for having me on. And I love that that we were brought together. And I feel like all of everything that I'm having a lot of goosebump moments because although it's taken a while to get things really off the ground, and then we had the pandemic and different things, everything that came from the Side Effects Project was following my cancer diagnosis in 2008. So I had a infiltrating ductal carcinoma, which is a pretty angry, aggressive, and it was triple negative, which is like, bump, 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 because there's really no adjunct treatment after you get your mastectomy and your chemotherapy. There's no adjunct therapy like tamoxifen or Herceptin or any of these other medications. Triple negative is kind of like out on a limb where they're not really sure where it comes from. There's not a whole lot that they can do about it. So the risk of recurrence, my point is the risk of recurrence is high. So, and fatal. So I survived it. I got through it. I was a singer before my breast cancer diagnosis and sang in bar bands and wedding bands and did the, parties and stuff like that. But when I got through this journey, I didn't want to do that anymore. I still enjoy performing, but it was like, I need to do something else. I need to give back. I need to do something else. And it has to matter. The fact that I survived it, it has to matter. So I had this bucket list item from when I was a little kid that I wanted to record original music. So I had written a few songs about love and loss, the loss of my mother, which is a segue into the event that we're playing for, but and my own breast cancer journey. So it was about everything: loss of love, loss of things that you can't get back necessarily, like your breast and whatever. So that music became the Side Effects album, and then I also launched the Side Effects Project. I don't know if you could see that, but I have one of these for you.
Oh, good. I can't wait.
So I just started to gig for causes, and basically I wasn't sure how to go about it. I am not a 501c3, but I support 501c3. So, Komen, I reached out to Komen, Northeast Ohio. I incidentally got nominated for the board and spent 3 years on the board, but really just wanted to do more grassroots, and the other thing, if you go on my website, which is thesideeffectsproject.com, you get the story about Priscilla. So Priscilla was a woman who did not survive. She had inflammatory breast cancer, which is the most fatal. But Percy, we did an event for Percy before my side. We were going through chemo and everything at the same time. But we raised enough money for her, her daughter, and her mother to go on a cruise. So a three-generation cruise. And within months, she had passed away. But I'm getting goosebumps again. But Priscilla like changed my life because she was very private. But when you're sharing this diagnosis with other women, like walls come down and you're able to kind of share what's going on. But anyway, that was kind of the springboard. I was like, oh my God, I wanted to kind of do a Make-A-Wish for moms. That was originally what I wanted the Side Effects Project to be like. How can I help women who might have a bucket list? They want to go to a Rolling Stones show with their daughter, or they want to, do some bucket list thing that will imprint on the people they leave behind, but also, give them some, reprieve from this living with this diagnosis of advanced breast cancer. So anyway, it evolved to it evolved to doing music events, a lot of 501c3s that are near and dear to my heart, not just Komen, but individuals in need. They might have golf outings or they might have, 5K runs. But I was thinking, well, have you ever thought of philanthropy through music, being able to raise funds through a music event? Yeah. And because there's unity in music, I've always found. So that was a long-winded answer.
No, but then you parlay that it's not just breast cancer anymore. So in fact, is this the correct website up there? Before I forget, do you see it up there? The Side Effects Project.
So it's just FX. So it's side and then the letters FX.
Okay, I knew that. I really didn't know that. I was throwing this up so quickly. So
no worries.
I'll put it back up in a second correctly. But so what happens is, so here you are providing these wishes for this very awesome woman and your breast cancer from your own experience. But now what's happening May 22nd is actually for NAMI, for the North American. Yes, so mental illness. Yes.
I felt like with this pandemic, it was life-changing on so many levels for everyone. And I was like, you know what, the Side Effects Project is really something to bring hope, inspire, healing, not just around cancer causes, but I have mental illness in my family. My mother struggled all her life. We don't even know when she actually had her first, encounter with her mental illness, but she was diagnosed way back in the 50s before I was born. But we were raised with manic depressive, bipolar disorder. I was raised by a parent who struggled incredibly, and the stigmas, that were there back then, where you don't talk about it, and it's even hard to get resources. It's interesting that even though now in 2022, there's still so much isolation and stigma and different things, and NAMI really tries to break through to really kind of train the trainer. They build content so that people can facilitate support groups. So I've struggled with anxiety and depression throughout my life as well. So being able to get resources, because seeing a practitioner sometimes is almost impossible. And if you already have barriers because you're struggling with the mental illness, you had the pandemic, then you had the lockdown, then and we've got other things, depression leading to suicides among the age spectrum. And there's just so much. I was like, well, if there's one thing coming out of the pandemic I want to do, I want to put an iron in the fire to try to help NAMI, because they run on a tight budget, and help them continue the work they do, even if it's, I know I'm not going to set the world on fire with the amount of money that we raise, but you know what? It's a start, and it's all about awareness.
It's grassroots.
Yep.
And that's what we live for. I want to correct myself a few minutes back. It's the National Alliance on Mental Illness. That's not me. I knew that. I think
it's the National Alliance on Mental Illness. And this event is going to be very local, where it's going to help Cleveland, Akron, Geauga, Summit. So those affiliates. So even though NAMI has a national presence, each local affiliate kind of runs their own office, if you will, than their own P&L, if you will. So, so that's why it's really about a local cause. So
I'm putting in give me the website one more time. So it's Side Effect,
FX
Side FX project.com. Okay, I'm going to put it up here. Okay, so that once it's after we're live, it'll be up, so people can find it. One moment, please. I always say that. So is that the correct side, fxproject.com?
You got it.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Hooray.
There it is. Final answer. So Music Box Supper Club, spread the word if you would, because this is how I'll say it again. Together we can, together we will. God weaves, now watch him work. It's so true. How do I even know you? Because God weaves. And now we're going to watch him work through you. And we want to sell this out, y'all, please. I'm asking, and it's good. By the way, I put a link in the comments so you can hear them. It's very like blues and soulful rock, right?
Yeah, it hits all those buttons, it's bluesy, rock, soulful, funk. We're all of us in the band, we have, oh my God, I don't even want to say how many hundreds of years collective experience
well,
we
no
have.
one's getting any younger. We know that.
But yeah, we kind of take people on a journey of, it's a rock and soul review. So we kind of do some foundational artists, and then even very, current artists that were influenced by some of this stuff. So it's a fun show.
And so I'm scrolling it at the bottom. So it's the Night Out for NAMI at Music Box Supper Club. And you would go to the Music Box actually website to order the tickets. It's May 22nd. Doors open at 5. Musicboxsupperclub.com, I think, right?
Yep, that's it. The only other thing I wanted to mention is that we have some amazing, talented artists that are kind of channeling some of the themes around mental illness and just life on Earth, right? Human life on Earth. But some of these local artists are donating pieces for a silent art auction, and it's running the gamut of structural art to paintings of different mediums, and also different, some of it is, I'm getting, a spectrum of pieces. When I talked about, what the event was for, every artist kind of took their own interpretation of what they wanted to create for the night. So I'm super excited about that. And it's another opportunity for NAMI to raise funds and bring home something that is, palpable, tangible around the night. So,
and again, not only is it great entertainment, a great venue, it's an opportunity to start do away with the stigma. Well, to really do that, we need to talk about it, and we need to say it like it's not something that needs to be brushed under the rug. And not only are we going to say it, we're going to tell about your mama's journey, and we're going to go out and we're going to raise money so that they can do suicide hotlines that they're sponsoring, that we kind of the wind beneath the wings of the people who are already reaching out, uplifting, encouraging, and inspiring. So thank you so much, my friend. I know you're sandwiching us between meetings today, and I'm just so grateful we could get it done. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Not really, only to say that I'm the grateful one, and super looking forward to meeting you in person. And just want to thank everyone for considering this for May 22nd as something to go out and, like I talk about this about the supper club too. It's one of the river, and it hopefully we'll have beautiful weather, and we'll at a stunning venue and showcase of Cleveland. So,
and they have kayaking now in the flats there. Like this time of year, I love it. So we'll see y'all there May 22nd, Music Box Supper Club for a great cause for NAMI. And then you can go say hi to my new friend, June Sladek. Hey, I feel like I know you like I did.
Namaste, Dawn. Thank you so much.
Awesome. God bless you. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks, everyone.